Okay, this would be an update for one of this. Okay, let's just run it and see what's happening. So, so with the little ball, we can jump as you can see. So with the little ball, you can jump as you can see. You can move. You have a menu with stats. We can add as many characters as we want. So in case we want to add extra stuff, we have items. These items are usable. You can boost stats. And it has numbers on top of them. So, let's say, which one's good to try? John, Constitution 10. So, I'm gonna boost John. I got stats. John, Constitution 20. The healing works. They're all full health right now, so it doesn't really matter if I healed them. But I can. Oh no, I can't replicate that. And I can gain new skills, as you can see. Where is the character prefab? Player prefabs, not player and battle prefabs. So as you can see, there's a skill list. This adds the attack to the skill list. So none of them have slash, so I can add it to any of them. So I click gain skill, Bob. Bob has slash now, so I can add attacks to their things. So let's go to the shop. So this is the shop. It's not really a shop, but just a basic one, an example one, I should say. Oh, this is one of I'm testing one of the rigs, one of the characters. So I talked to him. I'm in the shop now. Wait, let me just fix that. Let me cut that out of the test real quick. I go to game manager, apply prefabs. So now it'll just be a ball. I haven't finished animating that character. So when I animate it, instead of a ball, it'll be an actual character moving and making attacks. So let's go into the shop. Now ball. Okay, I want to buy potions. I have 4,000 points. This is 10 points. I buy, takes away 10. I can also sell things. So let's say I want to sell the skill. I sell the skill, I gain 100. So I want to buy the skill back. I buy the skill. It's back in the inventory. So the shop works perfectly fine. Buy and sell works. Okay, let's leave this place. So this is going outside the town. Wait, it's somewhere around here. Where did I put it? Leave town. Oh, there it is. Wait. Let me move it. So, oh, this is meant to be a test. So if I talk to him, it should go into battle, but I haven't set that up yet. If I talk to him, this is a test. So the dialogue system works. So I want to go up to someone. Let's go outside of town. So I'm in battle now. And wait, it is kind of small. Can I make it bigger? Yes, I can make it bigger. Okay, now it's bigger. We go skill lightning, attack this one. Skill fire, attack this one. Skill fire, James 1. And skill, see, he has slash now. Oh, but I won. So I can pick up items too by going like that. When I go to items, I have extra 1 there. So I can gain Constitution again, John. And John will have execution. I haven't set up the characters or models yet. I'll probably let someone else do that, because I'm only good at coding and not modeling. So there's XP. You can get clear review of everything like this. So everyone has 30x Constitution. He has slash. Everything's nice and neat. He's up there. Let me try going to the shop again. Go to the shop. I can sell this. As you can see, everything's working. If I sell it, it takes one from there, takes another, and disappears. If I sell, it takes one from there. If I sell, it takes one from there. Normally, if you pick them up, they will stack automatically. But because I added them in forcibly, like for a test, it doesn't stack how it's meant to. But that's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. I want to delete Ruby, I can sell Ruby. I want to buy Ruby, I can buy Ruby. I can buy key items you can't sell. So as soon as you buy them, you can only buy one key item. And you can't sell. It should come over error message, but I haven't set that one up yet too. But it's gone really good. And okay, let me stop that now. So I don't know. Okay, if it loads, or is it going to crash? I think it might have crashed. That's Unity for you. Such loveliness. Well, that's all I'm going to show you today. I was going to show you the coding, but it crashed. Let me see if I can actually pop it up on here. Let me see if I can open it real quick just for you guys. PowerPoint, assets, coding. Give me a second, I'm just on off screen. Oh no, I opened in the wrong Visual Studios. I did not use Visual Studios, I use Visual Studio Code. That's because it runs nicer. It looks nicer too. As you will see when it pops up, hopefully. Yeah, so basically the game manager sorts out every... I'll open 4 key files: game manager, battle manager, and the 2 other state machines. Most of this is run with state machines, as I will show you in a second if I can find the state machines. Look at this. Drag them on there. Yes, I can. So the code files are set up very nicely, as you can see. They're all set up in order, so anything to do with movement is put in movement. Anything to do with the game manager, the GUIs, quest. There's a quest system, but I haven't made quest. But the quest system works perfectly fine. All I just need to make an interface for it. There's a shop. There's a battle. And let me actually see if Unity is corrupted, and yes, I think it has corrupted. So let me show you the code, then I'll come off. So the code is basically everything is made with like the state machines and enums, basically the same thing. They are both what they are, but basically, so for the battle state machine, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 states basically. These are basically lists. I find lists vastly better than arrays. Vastly. It's just you can see better with lists. Arrays are okay, but lists are just way better. So basically this is the whole battle system, and this is you choosing your character, like choosing your turn. So these are just variables called. This is setting up a new enemy. So from the way how this code works is that when you go in a battle, there's regions that I made. So basically like an empty block. Empty box is what you saw before, like invisible box. There's regions, and in those regions they have like presets, a list of enemy, but enemy not enemy buttons, a list of enemy if I can find it. Yeah, enemies to battle. So you put whatever prefabs of the game object of the enemy into it, and when you get into battle, you would basically fight that enemy in the prefabs. One of like either any of those choices, so it'll be randomized. Equals new instance. Yeah, it'll just be randomized basically. And it adds the enemy. So this is basically loading in your team, because your team is basically saved on the game manager. This is basically just finding your enemies and adding them to the range. That's not that hard. What's the complicated stuff? So this is basically the state machine. Basically, as soon as the game starts, I go take action. This is the enemy taking action against me, and this is me taking an action against the enemy. It's basically a very simple code. This makes the enemy choose an attack automatically from the. Where is the enemy? There is. So basically, this is do damage and take damage. So when the enemy does damage, it calculates her. It makes a number, adds it to calc damage, and from calc damage, the hero state machine has a method where it basically loses damage. So this will be attached to one of your heroes, and it'll be called a method do damage. So it basically has the same one and has the same. So basically, whatever is made up from here, it'll be called to take damage, the same method like this one, but in the other state machine. So if I'm a player attacking the enemy state machine will call take damage, which takes away his health basically. Same thing. Move towards the enemy, so when I'm attacking, it moves towards it basically. And this I'll add animations too, which let me comment in. Add anim. So this is moving towards the enemy, then moving back in towards position. Not all methods require this. So let's say like I'm doing a lightning bolt. Target will change, but I haven't added that yet because I haven't added the special effects. When I add the special effects, instead of target, I'll write if statement. So if this is magic, then it will do this one. If it's not magic, do this one. This is I enumerator. Yeah. It's basically just setting up all the battle sequences. So where am I moving to? Where am I moving back to? It calls this method right here, and it calls this method. So basically moves there back. So I can choose the target. So the target, instead of hero position, it'll be attack position basically. Choose action. This is the enemy. This is like a very, very, very basic AI. The most basic you'll probably, not the most basic, but not that hard. So it's an int random range. I'll probably change it to make it more smarter, depending on how stupid I feel the enemy is. But for now, this is just a test. So there's an enemy attack list. There is an update progress bar. Basically, when the progress bar is full, they're allowed to attack. I might change this into something else. Because right now it does bars, but let's see how it goes. I might do like a one big bar and everyone's faces on it, like what game is that? Child of Light, if you've seen that game. But this is what happens when they die. But as soon as they die, it automatically registers as a dead enemy. There will be an animation played, but for now they just turn grey because they're not characters. Because they're not actually characters, I can't animate them. They're just boxes and circles. Because I actually just want to get all the functionality working. And right now, yeah, basically most of the functionality is working. The combat, the items, the stats, all the basics are working. So now it's just extra feature time. So right now I'm just from this point onwards, I'm gonna be making the customizations of the characters, like actually putting in animations and all that kind of stuff. The fun stuff. Yeah, just basically choose action. Yeah, this is it for enemy state machine. Is kind of boring. This is when it gets to the hero state machine. So basically, up the hero panel when I get attack. So now creating hero panel. So basically adding the stats, the health, not the stats, the character's name, the health. There should be a portrait of every character, but as I said before, characters aren't ready yet. Remove performer list, do damage. Oh, this is just basically the same thing. It basically fixes all the attacks. This is what happens if I die. Basically, I just get removed from game. I become a dark object. It should be an animation, but for now, I just change the color just to represent death into gray. Now, Battle State Machine is where it gets more complicated. Because this is basically running everything. So, create attack buttons. They're not really meant to be called attack buttons, but I didn't know what else to call them. So, the attack buttons are basically... So, when I start a battle, I get 5 options. Attack, skill button, defend button, item button, super button, and run button. If I want to run, I would make I haven't sorted this out yet, but it'll be sorted out soon. I think run is basically the easiest. It's just exit. It's basically copying. What code is it? I can actually just make it now. It's very, very easy. I can't find it. What code is it? Check if live when basically this. I thought you could update status. Yeah, here it is. Basically this one. I just have to copy this one and just return back to the world. But I have to write an if statement and an int and a random and a dot random basically. So these ones match. So I'll probably make it like 1 in 3 times player level difference basically. So the higher the level difference, the more likely you are not to escape. So for now, okay, yeah, let me explain some of this stuff. This is the state machine that handles everything. Take action. So when someone takes action, me or the enemy, I think I've already explained that. This is the player input, basically your input system. So what happens when you select the attack? These are the enemy buttons, which literally sorts out. So when you click an attack, you have an option of enemies to choose from. This sorts it out. This makes the buttons for the enemy. So whatever enemy is in the other side, it will always be the right name and right transform and everything like that. Input.1, basically my attack, my first attack, basic attack, no skills. Enemy selection, same thing. It calls this method. This method is called into here. Player input done. So what happens when I'm done? I get taken out I have a performer list. So where whoever's in the performer list is next to attack. So it's not really turn based. It's just whoever's the fastest character. Clear attack panel. So basically, yeah, this just turns everything off. So when you finish your attack, it turns everything off, and it destroys it creates the buttons every time instead of saving them into the memory. Just in case I make attack, this will be helpful in case I make attacks that basically like in Pokemon when like Curse Body. So when someone attacks that, your attack is gone, so you can't use it anymore. Something like that helpful. I can remove attacks for certain periods of time. This creates the attack button. This makes sure the attack buttons work. It's very simple. I should have done this in a class. Made this call this in. I could do this in a class and just call the method in here, but at the same time, it wouldn't make a difference. It wouldn't make a difference. In fact, yeah, it'll just make more methods and. This already has enough methods. Create defense. I haven't sorted out the defense button. The item button basically is just the inventory system. Skill chosen. Oh yeah, this sorts out the skill button. This method is called in here. Is it called in here? Where is it called in? Oh, I can't make the references because it's not connected to anything. But basically, that's the whole code. And for the last one is the game manager. The game manager controls everything basically. So it controls where there's a short enum, world state, town state, battle state, idle. So I'll probably call town state something else, or make an extra state called the dungeon state, where the enemies are there. So world state is like I'm in the open world. So like as you saw in the test. Before I was in the town where there was a shop, then I went outside and I saw enemies. And battle state is obviously when I'm entering combat. Idle's when I'm doing nothing. Or when I'm nowhere, basically. Load next scene, basically this is making sure that when I go into different areas, so like let's say I'm going from the town to the open world, this makes sure everything runs. So it'll be called in a method down here. Start battle, basically the same thing. As you can see, there's regions. I made a region list. Where is the region list? Oh no, I just made a region. Did I not make a region? Oh wait, no, I didn't need to make a region list. I took that out because I can just add them to different objects. Instead of just making a list, I can just make many objects with different regions in. As you can see, this just sorts out what battle I'm getting into. Get item details. This sorts out my inventory. Sorts inventory. Adds an item to the inventory. Removes the item from the inventory. Yeah, I thought this was more. I think the battle state machine has more. But I'll be adding more to add extra features into this. That's all the update. If there's anything else you would like to see, just message me. Put message in the comments. Okay.